Hey,
All
everybody.
right.
Welcome to Randy and Janelle Live. I'm Randy.
And I'm Janelle. So it is, what day is today? It is Tuesday.
Tuesday, and I think we're on
Yes.
day 27-ish or something of shelter. No, staycation. Our
Our
grounded staycation.
staycation, our grounded staycation. We are
Yeah.
on day 27. And it looks like we're in Northern California. It looks like we have 27 more to go.
Yes, or so.
Or so, give or take a few.
Yeah, dot. Oh man, we laugh. I know it's a serious thing, but seriously, I have to have to laugh sometimes so that we don't go
Yeah.
crazy, right?
Yes.
Really have to laugh.
Yes. Do. And I have here, obviously, once we start, you can see her in the background. I have a little one that instantly walked up and is like, can I have? So, can I have food? Because that's all they do now is they're like little birds. It doesn't matter what age they're at. She's 5, teenagers, young adults, they're just all, can I have more food?
I know.
Or
We're going
they're
to
in
talk
there
about that.
eating.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're going to talk about that in a minute, what's been going on in your household. But first, I want to know, what kind of things have you been doing to fill up your time? I know you've got some projects going at home. What have you been up to?
I do. I feel like I have all kinds of projects. So the biggest news is, this is a silly one, but everybody, I feel like I walk into their house and their TV is just floating on the wall. And we have been the family that has a TV on the wall with all the cords strung everywhere. And you're trying to put a little like cute vase in front of the cord so that you don't see it. And my husband this weekend put some holes in the wall, and now we have the cords back behind the TV into the wall coming out by the outlets down below. Yes. So basically invisible cords now.
Yes.
It is amazing. It is the best thing ever.
I love it.
So,
simple project, but time consuming, would you say?
Very time consuming. I would say very time consuming. And I don't know if hard's the right term. It's just, it was a whole family event for somebody holding a TV and somebody trying to fish the fishing line down and somebody else, like it took all of us. And I'm sure there's somebody watching this going, really? It's so easy. But it was our first time. We were the YouTube family, like, okay, what do we do next and stuff like that. But we got it done. I'm super excited.
I love it because it looks so, you and I have always been about clean lines, and it looks nice. So that's something you can do with your time while you're at home on your staycation. You can hide all your wires.
Hide all your wires. And then another thing we did, if you guys can see in the background right there is a hole in the ceiling. When we moved into the house, there was this, I think, really ugly bronze chandelier. Huge, ugly. And so I've wanted it down since we moved in. So Les took it down and we thought, oh, we'll just hang another one up.
Because that's easy.
It's not easy. It's not the hanging it up. It's the one we have super vaulted ceilings. So finding a lot of the chandeliers, have you tried? A lot of the chandeliers have just a tiny little chain. So are made more for like an 8-foot ceiling or something like that. And then 2, I just can't find anything that I like. I want to alter everything that I see. Have you even tried to buy a chandelier in the last year?
No. We bought one for the entryway of our old house, and I remember it took a long time to find one. But this is what happens with you and I all the time. This is why we're always ahead of our time. We have something in mind that we want and that we like, and we can't ever find it. So we end up trying to make it ourselves.
Yes.
I can think of so many times and then like 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road, it's like everywhere, in every store, everything. And,
yeah. Sit down.
She's on day 27 of her staycation too. It doesn't seem like a staycation to her anymore, I don't think.
No. Okay, so I have a dog and a kid. Okay, hold on one moment. September,
Yeah.
Take the dog back upstairs with you. Can you do that? Sebastian, go let him in the backyard.
Real life, people, real life. This is why it's Randy and Janelle live.
Yes.
Yeah. We were just talking Sebastian. About how you can set up your little area that you're in when you're doing lives and stuff, and you can make it look all nice and perfect. But what's super funny is that on the other side of the camera, it's a disaster because I turned the guest room / game room into my little recording spot today because this is the only place that was available in the house.
That's the only
right now. But on the Facebook picture or the social media picture looks cute, right? And perfect. Oh, cute. Got a little candle, a little puck. It's all super cute. And there's chaos behind this camera everywhere. That's real life, right?
Well, I have seen so many mom posts where like week 1 or 2 into this thing, your house is super beautiful and organized and all that. And week 3, did I say day 1 and 2? I meant week 1 and 2. We're all cleaning, organizing. In week 3, everything kind of went to hell. You're just like, I just can't keep it up any longer. Like, I think in the background, I see I have a crock pot on the ground and a picture right there that I'm spray painting because
it is what it is. Okay, so back to your chandelier because I bet you people have ideas of where you can find a chandelier. So post on our Randy and Janelle live page if you have ideas for Janelle.
Please.
Of where to find cute chandeliers.
Where to find cute chandeliers for tall ceilings that is budget friendly because I don't want $1,000 piece of light hanging from my ceiling.
Yes, we got to be practical as well.
We got to be practical, especially during these times, right?
Yeah.
So what are you doing to mix it up? Because I know you and I both get bored, and I feel like that a big thing I'm missing right now is not even able to just go to Home Goods or TJ Maxx or something like that and just walk around and shop or look at even idea and things I want. So what are you doing to kind of mix it up?
So you brought up a good point of one, not being able to go to the stores because they're closed. Okay. But 2, trying to be practical. I have to be careful and financially responsible right now too, because of this whole pandemic and what it's done to jobs and the economy and our income. So a lot of people are in the same situation where their income has been hit. And so going to a store, even if it was open, or even shopping on Amazon, may not be an option right now to buy that cute decor stuff, right? So you have to get creative. What's the next best thing? Well, Janelle and I are pros at this. We do this all the time. For example, this little get up thing right here, super cute little vase with some thingy-mabobbers. Do you like my terminology? Again,
I do. It's fantastic.
Yes. This actually was by my fireplace. And then this little table stand cute thing right here is actually a blanket box that I flipped upside down to use as a nightstand. So this is what you do. You go around in your house and you repurpose and you have to wait and you get creative.
Go get Mickey.
So when I get bored,
I had to guys do it.
We're having a meltdown.
We're having a meltdown.
Text
it's
her.
Totally okay. Janelle and I are super good at reclaiming and reusing and repurposing. And so what I like to do when I get bored, which is often, my husband is like, as long as you're not switching out me as in him, then we're all good. Decor being changed and all that stuff. I'm like, you're good, babe. Change my hair all the time, change my decor all the time. And not that I'm going and buying new stuff. I'm just mixing it up in the house. So for example, in our bathroom, hi, September, in our bathroom, we took everything down, and the project was that we painted it. It really needed to be painted because it was chipping and peeling and bubbling. So it was necessary. It was worth the can of paint. And, but I took down all the towel racks that are like ripping out of the walls that were here when we bought the house and all that kind of stuff. So now I'm like, oh, now what? Now what do I hang, towels on and stuff? So literally I'm going through my cupboards. I have extra knobs from a project I did before. So I'm probably going to use those for towel hangers. And I have a shelf in my bedroom that I think I'm going to repurpose and put it in my bathroom. So I'm constantly switching it up and bringing new life to something that's been pretty stale and just kind of there for a long time. So I like to do that. And even if you have paint, like we took a family, I don't know if heirloom is the word, but a buffet table that was my great grandpa's. So it's really old. And it was, it was real wood, but some of the pieces were chipped and stuff was coming off of it. And it was something that I would never have in my house because it didn't go with anything. My mom used it for a really long time. It was always there growing up. Well, I decided that I wanted to repurpose it. And so I took out the top drawer and I painted it gray and I put handles on it. And it's our entertainment center in our front room. And it's something that had it not been in the family and passed down, probably would have gotten rid of it. Instead, we slapped some paint on it.
You need to go.
And then put some handles on it. And now it's super cute under our TV in our entertainment room. So repurposing. Get creative, people. Literally, a blanket box turned upside down became a side table.
I would say that's what I always tend to do. Like, I give a ton away or to Goodwill or whatever, but if it's something remotely that I think I can reuse in some other way, I kind of have boxes in my garage of, like you said, decor or knobs or shelves or bowls or vases or anything like that. And I shop quote from my own store a ton. Like if I have an area that just needs to be mixed up or whatever, is that really loud in the background? September, go do it at the other table, please. I'll go into the garage basically and pull open that box and just be like, okay, what can I use hang or spray paint or, and I even do that with pillows, especially with Amazon these days. I know a lot of people are trying to, save money and stuff like that, but there are so many amazing pillow covers you can buy on Amazon for like $8. And most of the pillows you buy, like at Home Goods, all have zippers. So unzip that bad boy, slap on a new cover for $8 or $9 and it completely changes your whole room around. And I save those covers. I don't get rid of them because that style may come back in 5 years or, you don't like it now. You're totally bored of it. But in a few years, you look at it and you're like, why'd I ever take this off my couch? It's beautiful.
Yeah. And that leads me to throw pillows and throw blankets. That is one of the cheapest and easiest way to mix up your room. So I have even taken pillows from the couch and put them on my bed and put pillows from my bed onto a chair in another room, like constantly just mixing it up so it's not just the same old, same old. So those are very inexpensive ways to freshen up your rooms. This is a pillow that I got at Target. It's Total Color Pop. Super cute.
Oh, that's pretty.
It's super pretty. And it's got just a splash of color. It makes me happy. And I can't even remember. It was less than $20. So sometimes when I'm in this ridiculously, not a funk, remember my kids say, get country music on and candles. Well, sometimes around a holiday, and we've got Easter coming up, sometimes I'm like, I've got $20 budget to to throw decor in your room, to spruce it up, to mix it up, to do something. And I place literally a $20 limit on it. So Target right now is still open. Not that you should be going to buy decor items, but as you're going to get your milk or your eggs or whatever you're doing, they have a dollar section as you walk in. Literally, I've gotten little tiny, little flowers, the succulents, stuff like that, little pops of color for like $3 and $5. So usually it's themed, geared towards whatever the holiday is too. So that's something you can do as you're going to get your essentials. You can pick up a $3 succulent that changes the look of your entire table or whatever.
Totally. And I would say I probably 50% of the time when I buy something at Target or Home Goods or wherever, I don't know where it's going. I don't have in my head, I know exactly where this is going. All I know is that it's usually a really good price point. I'm like, oh, I feel like I scored on that item. And two, it makes me smile. It makes me happy. And I am a huge returner. So I'm like, if I get it home and it doesn't work anywhere, I can always return it. But return it.
Money sitting there. Yes.
It's just money. So I always have a return pile. So right now, I have a couple of returns right here. So, but if it makes me happy, when I get it home, I let it sit a few days, and my family will attest there's always something, a plant or whatever in the house that still has a tag hanging off of it. And they're like, why is there a tag? And I'm like, because I'm just letting it sit in a minute and decide whether or not I really want to keep it. So a lot of times if it makes you happy, if it makes you smile, you'll find someplace in your house to put it.
Yep.
So
I think our point to this whole thing is it doesn't have to be expensive. It literally can be a $3 something from the Target dollar section. And if you take inventory of your house and you walk around, I mean, I constantly am switching pictures out, paintings out. You will find stuff in your house that you can move from one room to another, and it changes the entire energy of that room. And it spruces it up and brings new life to it. So you've got stuff in your house that you can use to be creative with.
Yeah, you really, really, truly do not need to go shopping at all.
Nope.
You don't need to go shopping at all.
So that's what I've been doing a lot of. Yeah. And now that the weather's getting good, you can do the same thing outside. To your backyard or your front yard. Literally, we just walked from the front porch to the back porch, a little table and dinette set, because we wanted to use it in the back instead of the front. And I'm mixing I can never say it, the Adirondack chairs. I can never say that word. I don't even know if I said it right.
I'm not going to try because it's going to go all wrong.
You can switch them and put your little groups of threes and your umbrella. Use what you have. I'm constantly rearranging out in the yard for new looks and just to give new life and to not get bored. So you can do that too.
Yeah. And spray paint.
Spray paint.
$6. Don't be scared of spray paint your stuff. And it comes back to Randy with wall. But if you don't want to paint your wall or whatever, big painting, just spray painting lamps, spray painting picture frames. I've spray painted so many picture frames because it just doesn't go with the style, or you change from silver to gold or vice versa. Don't get rid of that stuff and buy new, just spray paint it.
Yep, for sure. Awesome.
Yeah.
Things that we've been doing for years. And now you're like, now that we're stuck at home, we actually know, you know what I mean? Like all this time. And now we're doing it even more so because we have the time. So fun little projects. Okay. So I'm going to change topics now. I want to go to the topic of food. Oh my. Good.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Food. Okay. So I want to check in with you about what you did, but I'm going to tell you what we did in our household because couple things that are going on. I put jeans on today to get out of the sweats, and they were a little snugger than they were prior to our staycation. And there's many reasons for this. And we need
that happens. That happens on your vacation, your staycation. Like
It does. And I have concluded that the reason this is happening is because I'm not eating the way I was eating prior to March 13th. I'm not eating the way I would be if nobody was here during the day. I've always worked from home, so I have this routine and this schedule, and I do my shakes in the morning, and I, you know, like I have this thing. Well, when you've got everybody home, who, by the way, is hungry all the time, it feels like, it changes up and it interrupts your little routine and makes it difficult and harder, because there's just so much more food preparation going on when every single meal, every single snack is happening in the home.
Yes, and during that, we try and eat meals together, but during the day, it's not everybody eats breakfast at the same time. Everybody eats lunch at the same time. It's not this pretty little package. And so I feel like always somebody is in the kitchen cooking something. So I would say my snacking has greatly increased. Like Mickey, because she's not at school yesterday, made chocolate chip cookies. And even though they're healthier, they're with almond flour and stuff like that, the fact is we never have chocolate chip cookies in our house. And now we have delicious chocolate chip cookies just sitting there. I swear it talks to me like, you know, you just want one more.
Yeah.
So definitely normally when everybody's gone to work and school, that stuff just isn't even a temptation.
Yeah. So what Janelle and I have decided to do is we need to help each other and get back to being accountable and getting back to our routine, regardless of what the kids are doing. Okay. So we're going to do 30 days, what we call 30 days to healthy living. And so we're just inviting any of our friends, anybody out there that wants to join us, to DM us and let us know, because we're going to start a 30 days to healthy living group on April 20th. We're going to kick it off.
April 20th.
Reach out to us. We'll give you all the information of what we're going to do. It'll get us back onto the routine and help us be accountable and stay away from the refrigerator. That's what it's going to help us do, right?
Yes, but the program's actually awesome. Randy and I both know a lot about it, and it's not about starvation or anything like that. It's just about detoxing, cleansing your body, all that kind of stuff, and helping get us back on track so that hopefully when all of this our life starts to go back to our new normal, right? Because I don't think things are ever going to go quite back to where they were in January. So when we go back to our new normal and we're wanting to put on that bikini or that bathing suit, we're not like, yeah, we've been in the house for 2 months straight eating chocolate chips. Eating. Because you hear all those posts like, I have a new love affair with my fridge and all that kind of stuff. Like, I don't think that it's just us that are feeling that. So if you are interested in doing a program, cleansing, all that kind of stuff, getting your eating back on track, we would love to have you part of our group for this. So
sounds good. And the thing about it is it's so easy and so simple, and I can tell, even though we're eating much better because I've done a better job at what I've been buying and what I've been putting in my house versus all just the junk, it is healthier. But healthier, it doesn't always mean that it's good for you. If you're constantly, you know, and I hope I'm getting my point across. Anyways, just because it's healthy doesn't even always mean that it's necessary. And I've been noticing that I've been a little bit more achy lately and holding on to water a little bit more. So this is all because even though the stuff that I'm eating is fine, I'm eating more of it in different combinations. And so inflammation is starting to kick in again, which I worked so hard to get rid of and was feeling really good. So we're going to help keep each other accountable on that. So that we need to,
Here's something interesting. This is just yes, we're live. How is your water intake? Because I used to always feel like, oh, I can't drink that much water because honestly, I have to pull over if I'm driving and pee every 20 minutes. But are you doing good? Are you drinking as much as you should be drinking?
I am, because I know that I will get inflamed and bloated and all that stuff if I don't. So
Okay.
I am drinking a lot. I know that my husband tends to have a problem with water intake when he's home versus at work, because at work he's
Yeah.
got a routine. He goes to the break room and does this and he does this and he does this, and he has a little fridge with his water, in there. So he struggles with his water intake at home. So I'm constantly actually filling things for him. So we have tips on how to keep your water intake going. That's super important too, because my daughter was just saying, I have a headache. I'm like, how much water have you drank today? Because you're just at home, you don't think about it. And when you're at school or work, you're like, oh, got to get my water bottle, So yeah,
Yes.
we will give you lots of tips on how to get your water intake in too. So
Yeah.
having said that, Janelle, do you have any idea what you guys are going to do for dinner tonight?
So this comes back to we actually eat really clean and healthy overall, and it's kind of swayed a little bit towards not so much. Like, I am craving comfort food the last week.
Yeah.
I just want comfort food. And so I am craving chicken pot pie. And so I think I'm going to do it with like a thin gluten-free crust, which is normal, but we don't ever usually eat creamed based meals anyways. But yeah, I'm kind of thinking chicken pot pie tonight. So What about you?
So this week, I'm just out of ideas. Taco Tuesday is tonight, so we're going to order from our local Mexican restaurant, Taco Tuesday. But my middle daughter made dinner last night. She did a really great job. She made chicken breast, mashed potatoes, and a nice salad. She came up with that. And then my youngest is going to make dinner tomorrow night. She's making gourmet pizza, and we've got you can get at Trader Joe's, you can get the pizza dough already done. So it's not gluten-free, but I also have a gluten-free recipe that I'm going to share.
So that's actually in stock. You've been able to find the dough.
Yeah, I have been able to Trader Joe's. And then Friday is my son's turn. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, the kids are in charge of dinner.
You could have him made. Awesome.
I'll let you know next time how it all goes. So far, so good.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, I only have one of my kids making dinner one time a week, so I think I need to up my game on that.
You need to up it.
I need to up it.
It's pretty fun seeing the ideas that they come up with. So
yeah, for sure.
So anyways, I think that's all the time that we have, but make sure to reach out to us if you want to join us for the 30 days, because I know I could use it, and I would love to have you join us. Send us a message and we can reach out to you as well. And then next time, Janelle, I mean, we've got so many topics that we want to share.
We do. It's so funny. We have so many topics, and before we even go live, we tend to be like, we talk about all this stuff, and then we're like, oh, hi, what are we going to talk about? But we always have all this stuff to talk about. It's just randomness. You should comment. You want to hear our random talks?
Yeah, let us know. Message us at Randy and Janelle Live on topics that you're interested in hearing about, or maybe something that you're struggling with, and maybe how we have found a solution or a compromise to it.
Yep, for sure. So I hope you guys enjoy your Tuesday. Have a great week, and we will talk to you soon.
We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.